Now, when you look at this game on paper, it does not scream must-win at all. The Chicago Blackhawks, even with Connor Bedard, they're not in the best position right now standing-wise, and the Jets are still pretty good. But when you look at the last few games, you need to win this game. This is a must-win game for the Winnipeg Jets. And they deliver. They win by a score of 3-1, and welcome to Recap Reactions. Let's break this down, because the last couple of games have been rough for the Winnipeg Jets. And also, before I actually get into anything, I should say, I know it's a bit dark in the background. I'm still working on getting my lamp fixed. I bought the wrong light bulb because the light bulb, for some reason, I don't even know. I bought the right light bulb because that's the light bulb that was in there, replaced it, and it's still not working. So I think my lamp might be broken, so we'll wait and see what happens with that. But let's get back to this game. Either way, dark or not, we're gonna get into it, and I'm happy with the effort this game was. This game had its moments where the Jets maybe didn't seem like they were generating as much opportunity as you would like. They had a lot of shots on goal, 28 compared to the 21 the Blackhawks had. They win this game, like I said, 3-1. They get great offensive play. You get to really see Gabriel Velarde jumping out tonight. He played really good, getting that assist there on the first Scheifele goal. Excuse me. He played really, really good tonight. And you just love to see that. You really do. Mark Scheifele gets his 8th of the season. That was the first goal of the game after Bedard gets his 11th from Velarde and Morrissey. And that goal was a huge goal. Ties things up. It's 1-1 at the end of that first period. And that first period, I would say that it was more even than you would like to see in that game. I think the Jets still had some of their tendencies from the last 3 games leaching into this one before they were able to, put their foot firmly on the gas and really get to work. You see Morgan Barron getting his 4th of the year, and Cole Perfetti as well, getting the Moose connection goal, I should add, being a goal scored from Cole Perfetti, assisted by Dylan Sandberg, and Declan Chisolm getting his first career NHL point. You absolutely love to see it. Declan Chisolm's a guy that, if you've been watching this channel for longer than a year, I've been very high on since his draft time. He is great, and he has been just a great overall story of asset management. Looking at the pick that we usually got him, I'm not going to get into it, but it's a Chevy masterclass, that whole deal right there. And I should add that Declan Chisolm is still a paying tribute on this team, helping them win, a member of the Evander Kane trade tree. So you absolutely loved to see that still in return. All these years later, I love seeing that type of stuff. I love a good trade tree. But this game was great. Like I said, good team play, even though the offensive at times, it didn't look as deadly. And that sounds stupid. It was deadly, but it just didn't have a certain flow to it that we've seen when the Jets were winning in that 5-game stretch. And I don't think that's anything to panic about, because you saw them improving on a lot of areas that they weren't able to really dominate well in the last 3 games that they've lost. They come to this one, they get back into the win column, and that's really all that matters. You go in and you look right now at the standings. You look at the next few games coming up for the Jets, it's not going to be some walk in the park. They play the Hurricanes, the Avalanche, the Ducks, and the Sharks. Now, obviously, the Sharks, we're not going to talk about that, but the Ducks have been a pretty interesting team at times this year, and you can't write them off. So you're going in to play the Hurricanes and the Avalanche. That Avalanche game on Thursday is huge. The Monday game with the Hurricanes as well, very, very huge. That game really comes down to, in my opinion, a good test for the way the East is right now. When you look at the NHL standings, the Jets haven't played a lot of dominant East Coast teams outside of Tampa, maybe the Florida Panthers, and they've won those games, but I want to see more from them. The Hurricanes right now, 13-8-1, 27 points, second in the Metro behind the Rangers, who have 35 points and have just been on an absolute heater this season, only losing 4 games. But the Hurricanes are a very good team, and I like the way that they're built, and I think that the Jets this year, they could match up well with the Hurricanes down the stretch. So I think that's going to be a good test game for them, especially after coming off this win, after getting back in the win column after that 3-game slide. I'm happy with this performance, and I think that based on where we were in the last game against the Oilers, the way that game went, how it was just so pissy to lose it in the way they did. Like, I saw some people saying, oh, you're so angry, you're this and that. And it's like, yeah, because this was a game the Jets could have won. And when you're a team on a slide after winning 5 and you've lost 2 in a row, you don't want to lose 3. And they had all the means to win that game, and they didn't, and they blew it. And that's why it sucks, because it's a Jets team and a Jets move that I've seen time and time again in games like that, in games that, kind of measuring stick games to see where you are, if you can bounce back, things like that early on in the season. The Jets lose a lot of them. So in this game, like I said, it was a must-win game. You cannot lose 4, especially this Blackhawks team. You need to win this game at home. And that's exactly what they did, and I'm very, very happy about that. Shout out to Nikolai Ehlers as well tonight. I really liked his play. And then again, Cole Perfetti, we're going to be talking about this, but Cole Perfetti, like, I saw people kind of writing him off a little bit, you know, the injury things like this, and now, you know, obviously knock on wood for every player when it comes to injuries, but Cole Perfetti has just been a star this year in the NHL. 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points, 23 points. We've already talked 19 points in 23 games, excuse me. He's been great, you know, and even in his career, look, 92 games played in the NHL already. He's still under 100 games played. He's got 56 points, and he's, you know, getting very, very good. And I'm very happy with this with this trade. I can't believe I almost said this. With this draft selection that they made, I like Perfetti. I always have. And I want to give him a shout out there because I really like his play. He has been one of the most consistent aspects of the top 6, and you love to see that, especially when you have a guy like Iafallo who's been a little flaky lately on the point sheet. You know that he's going to go through stretches like that compared to where he was in the first few games to where he is now. It's not the best. So you need guys like Cole Perfetti to have consistency in this season. We needed him to step up, and we're getting that. So that's very huge. And then again, Declan Chisolm. There's no reason why Logan Stanley should ever be in an NHL game for the Winnipeg Jets ever again, barring an injury, mass injury on the defensive end. I don't know why it would be even a conversation. Like, I know, oh, wait, 1 point, what are you doing, secondary assist? But he's just been great. He does all the little things right, and he screams Dylan Sandberg's rookie year. You go back and you look at Dylan Sandberg. Did he put up points? Fuck no. But he was great defensively. He was responsible, and every game he played, he matured. Every single game. And I think Declan Chisolm has that mentality. I think the fact that they're roommates, I think this that whole, you know, gel of the way that Moose team was developing together like that when they come up. I think that their development path could be similar, even though they're different players. I really like Declan Chisolm. I want to see him get in more. I think he could be a very big part of this team moving forward, especially on in a top 4 role potentially. You know, you got Sandberg here who wants to be here for a while. I think is buying into this culture. Morrissey's locked up. You know, Ville Heinola is going to be coming back soon, and that could be huge. You're going to have to see how he plays if he can get back to that preseason form. But if Declan Chisolm keeps playing the way he is, you know, you're starting to introduce really the next potential top 4, you know, into this team. You know, that's really important. I know you got Neil Pionka back there on that contract. I know you got Brendan Dillon on that contract. I know Dylan DeMello still has a couple of years on his contract too. But at the end of the day, you need to bring these guys up and get them into a position to really show what they can do for the future. And I think the Jets are starting to set themselves up very well in that category on the defensive end. So I'm happy with this win. I'm happy with the performance. It was everything that I wanted to see in this game because like I said, the last game wasn't bad against Edmonton. It just sucks the way it went. They weren't able to keep their foot on the gas and get the 2 points. And they needed to do that tonight. This game could not go to overtime. This needed to be a regulation win and a pretty good one, not a 1-goal win. 3-1, I'm very happy with. I think you guys should be too. And I think it brings the morale back up going into those 2 matchups against the Hurricanes and the Avalanche for Monday and Thursday. Those games are going to be big. And they need to win the last one at home as well against the Hurricanes on Monday before going out on the road to the Avalanche to Colorado. So I'm happy with this performance. It was a good performance. And I want them to build on this, and I think that they will. I think that we can see the Jets. I think with the way that the way that the schedule is starting to look and shape up, I'm happy about it, and I have faith in them. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as always, about this game and about the Winnipeg Jets next coming week, and how you feel about their matchups against the Hurricanes and the Avalanche. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to follow, subscribe, check all the affiliate links down in the description below. Peace and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! And I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon.
It'll all be over. It'll all